Shari Watson, also known as Truth Hurts, is the woman behind the sultry and most seductive song the R&B world has ever heard. You remember the song Addictive, right? It was innovative, unique, and hypnotizing. If you don't start belly dancing as soon as the beat drops, then you don't know anything about good music. While the song was a huge hit and Truth had one of the most well-respected artists in her corner, her career popped and fizzled. Here's what happened to Truth Hurts.
Feeling hungry? Head over to rrgsnacks.com to purchase a bag of our gourmet popcorn. Available in several flavors. Now you can enjoy our super messy videos all while getting your grub on. Use code POPPIN20 to receive 20% off your first order.
In 1994, Truth was a part of a duo called Suge and Dap. They got signed to a major record label, but things didn't go as expected. According to Vibe magazine, Truth also spent time writing songs for other artists like Eric Benet and Ray J, but her singing career was pretty much at a standstill. She was also going through a rough time and told Hip Hop DX she was involved in a very bad marriage. Sometime around 1996, she met producer Dr. Dre.
I was writing songs with someone I was married to at the time, and I ended up submitting a song through his connection to Dr. Dre's camp. They heard the song, they loved the song, and they were like, yo, who wrote this? And from there, I was on a flight back to LA from the East Coast, and I ended up writing with the camp for a very, very long time.
Dre signed her to his Aftermath record label as a songwriter. Truth moved to Los Angeles in hopes of making it big, but things continued to go downhill. She encountered so many fake people and couldn't adjust to the, quote, whole LA vibe. Truth told MTV.com she was so glad she met Dre because he was the opposite of all the phony industry people she had met in the city. In the year 2000, Dre and Snoop Dogg headlined the Up in Smoke tour, and Dre asked Truth if she would sing background for him. While on tour, he was impressed by her voice, her personality, and her stage presence. He gave her the nickname Truth Hurts because of how upfront she was. He also decided she had what it took to be a solo superstar, and he would be the executive producer of her first album. While Dre got to work to assemble various producers and songwriters, Truth sang background for artists like Busta Rhymes and the hip-hop group D12. Dre also hooked her up with a small role in The Wash, and she made a cameo appearance in the movie Ali starring Will Smith. DJ Quik was asked to produce a song for Truth's first album, and he had the perfect track. He told MTV.com he stumbled upon a Hindi channel one day and heard a song that grabbed his attention. He hit record on his VCR so he could save the song and track it down. The song turned out to be a track by Hindi singer Lata Mangeshkar, and Quik used the hook and the melody to create a brand new sound. The late artist Static Major wrote the lyrics, and fellow Aftermath artist Rakim hopped on the beat. Although Truth and her team loved the song, they weren't sure if it would be successful. She said, "We were afraid that it would be too different. We didn't know how people were going to take it." So they decided to test the market by releasing it as a single in April 2002. Truth said that some DJs didn't understand what was going on with the music, but they played the song anyway, and listeners fell in love. With an unforgettable beat and Truth's velvety vocals, the song became a top 10 hit and spent 20 weeks on the Billboard 100 chart. Success was sweet, and it came at just the right time. Truth told Vibe magazine she left her bad marriage and was a single mom raising a 6-year-old daughter and her 15-year-old sister who she legally adopted. She wanted to set a good example for them, so she put her all into making more music while Dre worked on an Addictive remix to build up excitement for her debut album. With Dre's connections, Truth linked up with several heavy hitters in the industry, including Scott Storch and Timbaland. She also teamed up with Robert Kelly for a track called The Truth. In an interview with MTV, Truth said working with Robert was, quote, a different experience. She added, "I'm gonna leave it at that." Truthfully Speaking was released in June 2002 and peaked at number 5. The album went gold, and Truth was finally living her dream. And then it all started to unravel. Her song with Robert Kelly peaked at number 47, but according to MTV, the song stalled and took a back seat to Robert's legal drama. She hit the road and continued to promote her music, but told MTV she was disappointed by her album sales. She was really hoping the album would pick up more steam, but it didn't. Then came more drama. In September 2002, an attorney for an Indian record label that released the original version of the song, which was sampled for Addictive, filed a $500 million suit against Dre and Aftermath's parent company, Interscope Records. The label accused them of copyright infringement since DJ Quik forgot to clear the sample. And in February 2003, the composer of the song filed a suit seeking damages in excess of $1 million for failure to give him credit on Truth's song. The composer argued that the unauthorized sampling was cultural imperialism. In the suit, it was noted that some of the lyrics in Truth's song were, quote, potentially offensive to some Indians' cultural and religious sensibilities. A federal judge ruled that Addictive should be pulled from shelves unless the composer's name was added to the credits. Because of all the craziness that was going on and so many lawyers were getting involved, Truth was afraid that her career would be put on hold if she stayed with Aftermath. She had a serious talk with Dre about it, and he released her from her contract. She later found out that after leaving the label, Interscope decided to just pull Addictive from stores without crediting the original composer. Truth said, "People look for the song now and want to buy it, but you can't buy it." Shortly thereafter, she signed with Raphael Saadiq's label, Pookie Entertainment, and released her second album, Ready Now, in 2004. The album was a commercial flop and only reached number 173 on the Billboard 200. Truth continued songwriting and working with other artists. She even collaborated with Jay Dilla shortly before he passed away. She returned to the world of acting and appeared in the movie Marigold and a Ray Charles musical.
I love acting, and I'm actually a thespian at heart. I came up doing classical opera and musicals as a child in St. Louis.
She popped back up in 2010 and told You Know I Got Soul website she had another baby and was working on her third album. During a January 2021 interview with Out Loud, Truth revealed she has remarried and is quarantining in Austria, which is where her husband is from. She still loves making music, but has been more focused on her acting career. In the past few years, she has appeared in Day of the Dead, Bloodline, 211, and several Netflix movies. With so much talent as a singer, songwriter, and actress, you never know what kind of project Truth will bless us with next. We wish her and her family nothing but the best. Let us know your thoughts on what happened to Truth Hurts, and thanks for watching Real Reality Gossip.